we're about to get really real. So, are you ready for us today?
Yeah, it's strange we're here, but I'm happy you guys have seen my videos and you have traveled all the way to come and ask more questions. This is life. I'm happy. I'm excited to meet you. Welcome, Jay.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name again?
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche. Nietzsche, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so you guys are welcome. Where are you coming from?
From DC.
Washington, D.C. Wow, I'm glad you are here with me. What's up?
So I'm going to get straight to it. So my first question for you today is, I'm, as a woman, right, so if you were to give me advice as if you were my father, right, and I'm your daughter, what is the number one quality that I should look for in a man for husband material?
The number one quality, if you're my daughter, that I should advise you to look out of a man who wants to be a husband is honesty, sincerity. It is men who proposes and women accept our proposal. The worst thing any guy can do to you is to pretend, deceive you, manipulate you into accepting a relationship while it's not serious with you. And this happens to so many women. So if any guy comes around you, it is not a car he drives. It might be rented. It is not a house he lives in. That might be a loan. But if the guy doesn't even have all of it, but he's sincere to tell you the truth about himself, it is the security of you as a woman. If a guy deceives a woman after so many years of trusting him only to realize that he had other girlfriends apart from you, it's the worst thing he has done to you. Taking advantage of you and used you. So any guy who comes around you, the first thing you should look out from the guy is honesty. I know my daughter, you are not a virgin if you're my daughter. And so other guys might have played you and deceived you. At this age, you don't want nobody to deceive you anymore. So you need sincerity, truthfulness. If you have it, let me know. If you don't have it, let me know. You don't want anybody playing with your mind. That's what I'll tell you. That's the advice I'll give you.
Yeah.
Do you believe that you instilling the right values, beliefs, and morals into your daughter to have her choose the right man, that puts her in control? Do you think that's, something that she needs to be in control of, to choose the right man for her?
You see, if you're not, if you're morally bankrupt, you shouldn't expect anybody to be morally sincere. Evil goes with evil, and good goes with good. So if my daughter is morally bankrupt, she shouldn't go out there looking for a Holy Ghost to marry.
Exactly.
You know, some people want to go and marry a Christian woman, but meanwhile he's dated 1,000 girlfriends, and he sees a woman, he's looking for an angel out of the woman. It hasn't happened. And even if my daughter, who might be a virgin, wants to marry, and a guy comes and says, I have been married before, I have dated this and that, I'll caution her to be careful, because the experience of this guy at the end, he might only manipulate you and use you. You understand? So, good morals must go with good morals. If you're not a virgin, don't go looking for a virgin. A lot of guys want a virgin to marry after they've slept with so many women. It's not right. If you're not a virgin, don't go looking for a virgin. A virgin must marry a virgin. Then the two of them, they don't know nothing. But as experienced as you might be as a man, sleeping with about 500 girls at your age 25, you go get a virgin, she doesn't know nothing. It's an imbalanced relationship already. You know so much, she's not going to catch up with you. She might be slow, she might be dull, she might not do all the things your other girlfriends did, and for that one alone, your even interest, your initial excitement might die off later because she's not pleasing you like your other girlfriends. You get me? So, good girls must look for good guys to marry. You cannot be a bad girl and go to church looking for a priest, the pastor's son to marry because you are no, it doesn't work like that. You know, that's what I'll tell you.
Yeah. So for me, like I always felt like one of the actions that does show honesty would be consistency. Do you agree or do you not agree?
Say your question again.
So to show honesty, to show like sincerity, right? A person must be consistent, right? If they are consistently communicating with you or consistently pursuing you, correct? Because this day and age, we have a problem with, I don't know if you've ever heard the term ghosting, right? It's like someone will be pursuing you, they will be calling you, texting you, and then all of a sudden one day, they're gone, right? So I think that's something that a lot of people in the dating world are dealing with right now, is having an issue of like consistent energy, consistent communication, consistency in their actions.
Okay, my dear, you see, this is how sad this world has become because of the ability to thirst, do WhatsApp, do Tinder, Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. So that in the past, when you're dating anybody or somebody says is interested, it's just a stone throw away. You know, we're all together in the community. Now the person might be living in Louisiana, you're living in Washington, D.C., and you're communicating. Usually 99% of it, you might not be the only girl he might be communicating with you. And because, guys, every man you see out there is a hunter. Just like lions go out there to hunt for deers for their food. That's how men are made. And I've been saying this to women, that they should be careful of men. Men, we are hunters. That is why a man could go have a girlfriend, 5 girlfriends, 6 girlfriends. He's a hunter. He's only looking to have his way. So it is up to you, the woman, to understand that if any guy comes proposing and saying they are interested in you, you don't open all your world up to them, because at the end of the day, they might make you happy, get you excited, and be a ghost at the end, like you're using the word ghosting. Because a lot of them, they just want to play. I come from work, I'm so tired. He's single. Maybe he's so unhappy in his marriage. He's looking for a girl to chat and chit with. And then here comes this beautiful girl with this beautiful profile picture on Facebook or somewhere. We're testing. He's so happy. If he finds the comfort he needs from other places that he was losing at the end, you are a ghost to him already, because you're living so far away. It is not a relationship. So real relationship is not what we test and do, but real relationship is how we're able to relate, be in the same environment, be together. And that is why people ghost a lot, because usually it's only a time testing and enjoying. There's no feeling. You get it? So that's what it is. So that's quite different from the honesty of a guy comes into your life and says, I am interested in you. I want to be honest with you. I work at Home Depot. He's not going to say, I'm a construction manager. I'm in charge of World Trade Center. I built it. I build buildings. But he's lying.
Yeah.
You understand? And there's a difference. There's also consistency in a guy comes in your life, he chit-chats with you a little and goes. Because normally he's already not interested, because he might be dealing with some issues somewhere.
Yeah.
So girls must always put in their mind that if they meet a guy online, that guy might be a murderer, that guy might be a criminal, that guy might be a rapist, a pedophile, all the words you can imagine. It's one of it out of 1,000 that at the end of the day, this guy comes out real and it's not a ghost and it turns into marriage. But usually it plays for a little while and it vanishes into thin air. That's what I would say.
So do you think, going off the ghosting question, do you think it's the aspect of women want commitment without intimacy, and a lot of men want intimacy without commitment?
That is very deep. So I want you to ask that question again. How girls want... say your question again. Oh my God.
So going off the ghosting question,
yes.
Especially through my experiences, I feel like a lot of women want commitment without intimacy, and a lot of men want intimacy without commitment. Do you think there's a fine line to find the middle ground within that?
A guy is a hunter. So a hunter goes and looking for red meat to eat. Every guy you see out there is a hunter. He's looking for red meat to eat. And a lion's ability to chase and to chase and to chase an animal before they eat them is the same animal instinct or beastly instinct in a man that goes them. A man can travel from here all the way to Dallas, Texas, Chicago, just to go chase a woman. A guy died recently from New York. He saw a lady, he followed a lady all the way to Chicago, and he was killed. The girl has a husband.
Oh my goodness.
But the animal instinct in the guy causes him to go. But you see, it is smart for a woman also on the other side to understand the limitations of holding herself not to be somebody's meat. So that is why if you watch videos, you see the lions chasing the animals, you see them running away. They run away because they also want to save themselves. So the guy is a beast looking for the intimacy. The woman is the animal on the other side that is also looking to save her life. You understand? Mm-hmm. So it is always, that is why when a woman is cheap, a woman who flirts with men a lot, a woman who sees any guy and she's interested in them, they are weird, they are witches, and they are strange people, because that is not the concept of how a woman should be. She must be defensive, protective, covered up, so that a beastly hunter must come paying a price to be able to achieve the end of taking you as a woman. You get my point? But if you come and the lion hasn't even made any effort, and then the lion, you come and lay there for the lion to eat the meat. You understand my point? So under normal circumstances, women are supposed to be defensive, protective, covered, for the hunters on the other side to come after them. You can propose, lie and pretend. Men can lie about stuff. This car belongs to my father, is this, my mother is this. He's lying. It is up to the woman to silver through the deceit, to know the lies of this guy and tell, like, I don't want to deal with you. You understand my point? So that's all that I would say. Guys are ready for intimacy because they are hunters. Women are not ready for intimacy because they must protect themselves not to be used as a meat, for a red meat for a guy. That's all that I would say. I hope I answered you right.
No, you did.
But to follow on that, I just feel like as a woman, right, we're always on the defense. We're always trying to, like, make sure the person's not lying, make sure he's actually a good guy. But it's very stressful, for us women to constantly be, like, analyzing every person we go on a date with. Sometimes I wish, like, guys, right, would also, like, be introspective, and also be mindful of how they're dating. Like, I sometimes feel like guys just, let me just date whoever and do whatever, Society, I feel like, doesn't really teach men to also be equally accountable. Do you agree with me or disagree?
You see, that I'll come back to myself as a hunter again, and him also as a hunter again. Sometimes it doesn't matter how the lion kills the beast. All they want is that they got a meat. It is up to you, the woman, to understand your parameters, where you want to go, what you want to offer, who you want to be, and who you want to be with. Mm-hmm. So if a guy comes, today a lot of the girls are looking for a guy that is cool, handsome. He's wearing a tie, he's wearing a suit. This is all not necessary. Women, by the time they even give birth, they're already mothers. The first day you decide to marry any guy or take any guy as a boyfriend, that person becomes your first child. Any boy you allow him to come into your life is your son. And that is why you were talking about having to analyze men. That is how when you have a baby, your baby, that's what you're going to do. You must understand the baby. If I feed my baby early, my baby will not sleep, they will come crying, and I have to feed the baby at 2, 3. If you marry and you want to be successful with men, that is how you got to deal with men. When men come into your life, you must put them on the table like a graph and dissect them and work them out. That is how you become successful as a woman. You know, otherwise, every guy who comes, the first thing we're looking for intimacy. We want to open up, let's see what's up. You understand? It's up to you, to the woman, to be able to understand yourself, know who you are, know what you want to put on the table, and why you want this guy to come close to you. It's very, very critical. It will make you successful. You get to my point. Today, some guys that have been through so many women, they don't respect women. Any man that has dealt with so many women does not respect women. Because after you go through women after some time, he gets them. At the end of the day, he has no value and respect for women. But you see, every man must respect women. Even though they are weaker in so many things, in our strength, in our muscle, and our power as men, every man must respect and honor women. It is very, very critical. I said before that if a guy wants to live long, he must respect women. You know, I see situations where a guy says, I am rich, I have money. So if my wife is cooking and she's stressed with children, I'm rich and I shouldn't go to the kitchen to help a woman. Love breaks boundaries. Love doesn't mean poverty. Love has nothing to do with worth and poverty and your status in life. If you love a woman, it doesn't matter whether you are poor or rich. You must be able to go and stand by her. Babe, can I clean the kitchen up? Can I clean the table while you're cooking? In the past, women did not work. But these days, men work, women work. She goes to work, she comes home, she must still be responsible to cook food. In her responsibility, how loving and sweet would it be when a guy says, my wife went to work, she's tired, she's cooking. I also went to work, I am watching TV. Let me go to the kitchen and also try and pick up the trash. Try and do something here and there to give the woman a little comfort. That is so romantic. Romance is not sex. Romance is when you have a guy that is so thoughtful and is able to do things that you look around and say, oh, wow, this guy is a man. A man is not muscle. A man is his ability to comfort a woman. That's what we say, oh, because it's beautiful. You understand my point? Anyway, thank you. What's up?
Yeah. And I want to disagree with one of your points in saying as men do get with a decent amount of other women, that they get to a point of not appreciating them. And I think that's the opposite. I feel like a lot of men do get to a certain point where they go through the numbers of women, and then they get to a point where like, I'm full. Like we're hunters. I'm full, and I want something that I can appreciate and respect. I think that's a lot of times what happens. So that's why I disagree. Do you believe the same, or?
Let me explain something. See, in life, if you have a Mercedes Benz, if you have a BMW, and you've been riding all the other stuff, a time comes when you see somebody driving a Mercedes Benz because you've used them and you are looking for a Rolls Royce, a time comes you might look at the Mercedes Benz and just chuckle. You see, what makes any man actually feel satisfied with a woman is after you've been through a woman, you are blessed enough to find the woman of your heart, the woman of your rib, the bone of your bone and the flesh of your flesh. A woman who understands you. That's what you need. It is not because you've been through them now you are satisfied. No, your satisfaction must come from the quality and the character of the woman, the way she goes about herself as a woman. You were dealing with girlfriends. That's why you didn't marry them. The day you decide to marry any woman, it means that this woman, you want to stay with her until death do you apart. Meaning that she understands you when you are crying. Without you even telling her, honey, babe, this is why I'm crying. She could look at you and say, my husband, something is not right with him. When she comes and your head is down, a good wife can look at you and say, I think my husband is hungry. She won't even come and ask you. She will go to the kitchen and bring you food because she understands you. She feels you. That is why you get satisfied with a woman. It's not because you've been through all the women and now you grab one and said, I'm tired. The day you said, I'm tired, it means that you decided to accept her. If you find something else, you could go away. But the reason why God will say, I'm satisfied, okay, I'm content with that where I am, is because the woman has what it takes to become your wife. Because when you marry any woman, you put pride on her. You put price on her. That is why when we marry women, we put engagement ring. The engagement ring comes with a diamond. Diamond is priced. If you put a diamond on the finger of any woman, it means that you put value onto her. You put high quality grade onto her. So for you to put that diamond on the finger of any woman, it means that you've been through, searched through, browsed through, internet through anything, and this is what finally you've decided to be with. You understand? But the other side I'm saying, if a guy goes through women a lot and gets them so cheap sometimes, until he finds a high quality woman, usually a lot of them, they don't respect women. And that is why when you're a woman and a guy comes and he said he's interested, you want to know how many girlfriends, how many women have you passed through?
But these days, I feel like the average guy, even good guys, it's a lot. Because it's becoming so
But
common.
it's the woman also. The guy has a lot, the woman also has a lot.
If they're honest about it. If the woman's honest.
The women don't normally tell it. They will tell you, I've only had 2 boyfriends.
Yeah, 2, but they
two means is 20.
20, yeah.
And when they say 30,
times 10.
and when they say 30, it means it's 60. And when they say it's a virgin, it means that they don't know.
You know if she's a virgin or not. You know.
You can never tell. No, when? Well, how do you tell a woman is a virgin these days? They only tell you with their lips.
But you don't get a vibe or energy off of.
Oh, no,
I think you can tell by the innocence or like the lack of experience, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no! Are you guys that naive?
Maybe.
Maybe we
Oh
are.
my God! I gotta come back here again.
You gotta teach us.
You
That's
see,
why we're
woman,
coming to you.
She's a virgin, so you believe that. Never ever walk life at your age and the way this world has become until a girl is 13, 14, 15, 16. The moment they start getting to 17 and all these life processes, 1 or 2 here and there might be a virgin.
I was.
But being a virgin shouldn't be a reason why you should ever chase a woman.
It should be about her character.
Character.
Yeah.
So, even if the woman has been through 1,000 guys, and she's come to a place where in life she says, I am a woman, I have come running, I have crashed to the wall, I am content. I've done this, I've done that, I'm satisfied. That's the type of woman you want to marry. So that a guy shouldn't come with a suit and a tie and you see some of the women, you see the eyes rolling around like Scooby-Doo. No. It means that she's not a wife material then. A wife material is satisfied. She doesn't want anything else. She wants a husband because somebody's put a bond on her.
So you believe in born-again virgins?
Born-again virgins.
Yes, so as an aspect of they've been satisfied, they've gone through.
So ever since they accepted Christ.
So they've gone through a decent amount of men, and then they get to a point where this is not what I want, and I want to be faithful to only one man. And now they're a born-again virgin. Do you believe in that?
No. Once you've chopped the product, you cannot be a born again.
Oh, okay.
You cannot be a virgin, born again virgin. What type of this is typical. This is typical. I don't want to say. I know some group of people will say that I'm a born again virgin because they stop their lifestyle. So no. Once you've chopped it before, you've chopped it before. You know you are no longer a virgin. A born again is somebody who says, I have lived this lifestyle. I have repented. I have changed. I have changed. But once you have changed, and you have changed 10 years, that doesn't mean you are a virgin. It still means that the car is, the engine it has mileage.
I think what he's trying to say is that the worth of a woman is not in her sexuality, it's in her character.
I like that. The worst of a woman is not in her sexuality, it is in her character. That is it. But this is where guys also make mistake. He sees the girl satisfy him 1 or 2 in bed. and he feels that this is it. And this is why a lot of women are also suffering, because if a guy comes into your sexuality and you satisfy him, after a little while he sits down and there's no food on the table. He sits down and realizes you are very disrespectful, you are very deceptive, and a liar, and you got arrogance. He will start going out looking for. Every guy out there is not looking for a wife, we're looking for a mother. Every guy out there that is looking for a woman and is searching, we're searching and looking for a woman to become a woman making love to us. We're looking for a mother. If you marry and you have a woman that is a mother to you, she feels your pain. She feels your when you're angry, she feels it. When you're sexually hungry, she could feel that I want to go home. I need to go satisfy my husband. That's what mothers do to their children. You understand? But if you go marry a woman because she's just a woman, later on, you realize that you threw your net into the wrong water. The water is there. You throw a net, if there's no fish inside, you ain't going to catch a fish. So that's the way it is. And I pray that women will take relationship and marriage serious, because these days a lot of women are losing. And they grow, have 1, 2, 3 children, and they have divorce. If a woman has children and you go through divorce, usually to marry again, it becomes a lot of challenge. You have to sacrifice so much. The guy must come and love you, and not just love you, and love your children, which is extra for any guy also, because some of the kids might not like you. You might also not like the attitude of some of the kids. It becomes a lot of conflict. So if a woman wants to marry, you want to make sure you marry somebody that you're going to stay forever, live forever, and enjoy life forever. That is how you get satisfied. Cool?
Do you believe...
Can you speak up?
Yeah, sorry. Do you believe that women should be more patient within the dating process to get married? Because there's a lot of women now, I believe, that aren't patient and don't understand that it's going to take, X amount of months, years even, to find the right man that's going to satisfy you and check off every box. And I feel like a lot of men, a lot of women don't understand it. Do you believe that?
Yeah, the reason why women are not patient is because of social media. She saw the pictures of her friend who got married, and a guy knelt down before her friend and said, "Will you marry me?" Oh my God, oh. And she also feel that we're in the same class. All my classmates are getting married, and why am I not married? And that's where the desperation comes in. One of the worst things for any woman is when she's desperate to be married, because then you make the wrong choices. Then you're looking for already made man. If a man is already made, he is dangerous, because he has no attachment. He's made his money, he has his wealth and his life. He can choose anybody he wants to choose. But if you can find somebody and grow with the person, find somebody and take your time to mature with the person, it becomes a security for the woman. So in relationship, even when the guy is rushing, it is up to the woman to take her time to understand the details of who the man is. If you allow anybody to marry, you don't know their details, at the end of the day, he might be a murderer. He might be very abusive. Some men are very abusive. When they get angry, they just want to throw their hands. But if a man loves a woman, he should not throw his hands at a woman. Something that, how do you play with a toy? How do you play with a bear, teddy bear or something, and then you begin to crash on the floor? If a woman is supposed to be loved, rose loved, lily loved, and cherished, and not to be crushed and be broken. So if a guy comes into your life and he's very violent and he's very angry and he's beastly and frustrating, it's not good. So a woman must take her time and be very patient to understand the details of the man before you allow the man to marry you. So patience is a virtue every woman must take to her marriage. It will make you last forever. Divorce is not good. Divorce is not good. Divorce is not good, especially when they are children. At the end of the day, the people who suffer a lot are the children. But usually people don't know. Once you go through divorce, some part of your life is damaged forever. It's like a car that gets into an accident. No matter how they are fixed, they are never the same. After 2, 3, 4 years, you see them shaking because they've been through some accidents, So that's what I would say, Jen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that one reason that women are sometimes, not all women, but some women are like quickly trying to look for marriage is because of children, right? So after 35, the percentage of having fertile eggs to have children decreases by like 35%. I'm not sure. I didn't like, don't quote me on
Don't
it.
worry, I'll quote you. I understand.
But, you know, so as the woman gets older and older, it's her chances of having natural birth become lower and lower. So I can understand, for example, some of my friends being like, oh, I got to get married. You know, I'm 38, I'm 39. Or they're doing the procedure now of freezing their eggs so that way in the future they can maybe have a child. So, you know, how could a woman manage? You know, she has so many different factors. Like, she wants to be patient, she wants to find a husband, but then at the same time, like, she wants to have children. So it's like, you know, we have so many things sometimes against us, I feel like, as women, you know. And then you meet a guy and you're honest with the guy and you tell him, hey, this is what I want, and you're being patient. But then sometimes the guy, even though he sees all of those good qualities, still wastes your time. So it's like...
This is why, my dear, life has become very crazy for everybody. And this is why I advise women that if you want to grow and to marry, don't waste your body on men. You know, if you waste your body on men, you grow later and really regret bitterly. A woman should not waste her young body on men. Parents must strongly advise their children, especially the girls, not to waste their energy on men. I know a parent who can, her daughter comes and says, I want to go and sleep with my boyfriend. He says, go. You're wasting your daughter. You think you're making her happy, you're wasting her.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I would say. And it's unfortunate that life has come like that, where women grow older because of the food we eat now and all the pollutions and the things that are in the world now. Indeed, in the past, women can grow 40 and more. They still can produce healthy children. Today, the moment you turn 40 and you start making children, the autism and all that stuff, because the egg starts growing older and deformed, you know. So it is my prayer that God would help all the women out there who needs a serious partner, because that affects women a lot. And a lot of women have been crying because they said, I'm old, I don't have a husband, I don't have children. I hear that a lot, and it affects them. But sometimes there's a song they sing that's the way it is. Some things will never change.
So you believe that men need to be, do you believe that men need to be treated and or grown up in the environment of understanding that they don't need to be hunters, that they don't, that these are learned traits that we've established from people that are older than us? Do you believe that that culture needs to change, or are these instilled within them?
I think it's natural.
A man is born naturally to be a hunter. That is why
It's just who he is.
he will go and tell a girl, yo, I love you. I want to be with you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You can see all his swag, you know?
You know, so that's where it is always. Just like you have money to go to the car dealership to go look for a car to buy. That's how men are made. You know, they go out there and they're looking for which one is their taste and their choice. And it's always up to the woman to understand that this guy is counting women. He slept with this 29, 30. I will not be his 40. You understand my point? So because some of the guys come and they have a number, sleeping around, womanizing around, and counting the woman. And it's up to you, the woman, to tell yourself that I don't want to be part of these guys' numbers. You get my point? Because a lot of stupid guys, they want to sleep with a woman 1, 2, 3 times, and after that, they pretend like they don't know them. That's how you call them what? Ghosts, right? Yeah, those are ghosts. The sad part is they are here with you today. Tomorrow you don't even find their trace anywhere online. They're gone. You know. But that's life, though. That's life. Anyway, I hope I have answered all your questions.
You
right.
have. Thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed it. Thank
Okay.
you.
I think I took a lot of perspective from
Yeah.
this, so I appreciate you for that.
I want to speak to you that you are a very handsome person, and you have the chance. You have the chance to look like a movie star. You have a chance with your image that you have to enter into great places if you define yourself well, if you position yourself well. It is not everybody that looks like you. So your appearance alone is a degree you have. It is not all the degrees in life we get from college. Sometimes nature or God gives us certain things and it's bigger than somebody's career. You have one. So my personal advice for coming here is to tell you is when you go, package yourself as a star. Hold yourself as a star. And begin to look for where stars are to go belong to them. You will easily climb up and go very far. You understand my point? The type of friends you mingle with defines who you are. And it tells how far you can go also in life. So if you feel your environment and the company you have is not good, you don't need to continue doing it. You don't need to continue living like that. You get my point? Because I hate it when so many of us, if we had the right people to advise us, we could have gone very far. By the time we realize, oh, we could have done this, we're already older and our waists are hurting, our knees are hurting. You go to the gym, you lift 2 meters and all your backbone is breaking down. You get it? So you are young, you are very handsome. There's a lot of vibe around you. Carry that energy and make the best out of your time. I see greatness out of you. I pray that the day I see you next time, you'll be coming here with Denzel Washington and
There's a lot more to come. That's all I got to say to you about that.
tell me, maybe I'm prophesying to you, so tell me what's up.
You are.
There's a lot more? Okay.
Say so much,
Okay, but I see that around you. So if already you are there, climb up.
I'm on the ascension right now.
All right, you're on the ladder.
I'm on the ladder right now.
Yeah, so climb up.
I planted a lot of seeds, and they're about to harvest.
Okay. My hands are very strong, so once I see you on the ladder, I'll push up.
Push me up. I appreciate you for that. And Nisha, I appreciate you for inviting me. I never thought that this was going to happen, but, and you reciprocated at the end of the day, so I appreciate both y'all's time.
Thank you. So what else do you say finally?
Do I say finally about, I mean, for me, I gained a lot. I was actually praying about some of these things yesterday with my friends. So I had no idea, it was, the words that you were going to say today. So I'm very grateful and I really enjoyed it.
I will always be here. I'm a father. I have a lot of people all over the world, and I enjoy this. I tell it as it is, but if you grab it, it helps. Don't rush to marry. The worst thing you can do is to rush to marry a wrong person.
Yeah.
Then it feels like you're in prison. Not just in prison, but you're in prison with the wrong prison mate.
Yeah.
The place becomes, your bedroom becomes the core prison room, and the person you are in the prison also is a wrong person also to be there. Life becomes frustrating. The sweetest thing a woman you can enjoy is to marry a guy who loves you and a guy who's ready to die for you. A guy who's ready to make you happy. Not just because you are a wife, but he feels that it is his responsibility to make you a wife happy. When it comes like that, when you sleep, you get good dreams.
Yeah.
Some people sleep and they see lions and tigers chasing them because they married to the wrong people. If you marry good people, if you marry the right person, always you see yourself sleeping, eating with Janet Jackson, Bob Marley, Obama, Denzel Washington, Will Smith. But if you marry the wrong person, you see,
The Joker.
Yo, man.
The Grinch.
He's a young man. That's
All right, so I'm so happy you guys
Thank
came.
you.
I pray that this will not be the last time, but we can meet more and more and talk. So thank you so much.
Thank you so
Jay. This way.
Hey, I'm a hugger too, man. Appreciate you.
Come on, girl.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your visit. Thank you. Faith, all of you, God bless you and thank you.
spreading it.
All right. Thank you. Right.